Hello again. It is the Elderly Brothers. I'm Larry. My credential is I'm 82.
And
Uh,
I'm Ardy, and my credentials are 89 years old.
yeah. And today is May 30th, 2025. So when you're looking back in 50 years, you'll know what day it was.
You're right. You forget about that, It it could be 200 years,
It
somebody's
could
looking
be
at this.
potentially if YouTube stays alive, we're alive.
That's it. Yeah, we live forever. I like it.
I
Well,
want to do a brief apology to anybody who might have watched 18 through. There's a little gap in there where Artie got a phone call and sort of just, nothing happened for a while. I tried to edit it out, but it's just too much trouble. So it's still there. If you happen to look, you can just skip ahead. It'd be fine. We'd be okay with that.
except that call was extremely important, although I don't remember what it was.
Some appointment. I think he had an appointment for something.
Oh yeah, it was yeah, a dental appointment.
So
Well,
anyway, you wanted to talk about
yes, I want to talk about, remember our January trip, our road trip, uh, and I thought it'd be a good idea to buy disposable socks and disposable underwear. So I did, like six pairs of each, and I they are so good that I still wearing them. This is May, almost June, 6 months later, and the disposables are. I'm still wearing the socks. I don't know where the rest of the underwear is, but the socks are they're great. They're cotton, and they just wear.
they're really
So
cotton.
if they last 6 months, then I just get some more. I don't need to buy any of their socks.
So did you wash them?
Yes, of course I wash them.
Just wanted to be sure.
Yeah, yeah. The washing machine does a very nice job.
So I wonder if you
I
could.
recommend them. I think in general I recommend them. They're soft. They're low cut. They fit your shoes real well, and they're just pretty nifty stuff.
So would you want to mention the name so that we can?
I don't know the name. I got them off Amazon. I put in the disposable socks, men's disposable socks, and these came up.
What else can you get that's disposable besides socks and underwear?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess you could probably get everything, but like t-shirts and stuff, yeah, why not?
Were they like cheaper than normal socks?
Oh yeah, yeah. I can't remember like six for like $7 or something like that.
Wow, that seems like maybe is the way to go.
It might be. I'll look them up again and get more details so people will be able to find them and buy them because they're surprisingly neat.
So are they like white or different colors or?
Different colors, yeah. I got gray because I got some blacks, but I gray's the ones I wear mostly because they're gray.
That's a good enough reason.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, so anyway, that disposes of the disposable socks topic. But we were also, you wanted to talk about perpetuity.
Perpetuity, yes. I've gotten a request from the local zoning board to plant vegetation that will conceal my non-conforming use building in my backyard from the neighbors in perpetuity.
And that seems like a long time to me.
And who cares? I mean, all those people are going to be gone in perpetuity.
Oh yeah, they'll never know. And you think there's going to be a record somewhere that in the zoning office that somebody in 100 years is going to pick up and say, "Oh my God, those things are gone."
They might because I have to when I file the drawings for the building permit, I had to put a note in there that this vegetation be maintained in perpetuity. So it's on, it's on record.
So what kind of vegetation are you planning?
Well, I think we're gonna do hedge, um, what do you call them? Not amaryllis. I've forgotten.
Well, it doesn't matter, but it's going to be how high is it going to be?
Well, these will go pretty tall. Um, and then in the front, see, we have a view in one direction, and they said we had to block the our building from the view in that direction, which kills our view. And that was I told you at the meeting, Dorcas ran up to the board and started yelling at him about destroying her view.
I'm sure that made them glad.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to rule in our favor.
Exactly. You wanted to talk for some reason about GIGO.
Well, GIGO, I mean, I think a lot of people know that terminology, which is garbage in, garbage out, which is a early, I think, computer uh, jargon, which seems to be even more relevant with AI now, because what you do is you build those databases and then you ask it a question and the answer comes from the database. So if it's garbage to start with, it's going to be garbage when you get done. And I don't think they figured out a way yet to determine whether or not the data in there is garbage.
Yeah, it depends on where you pick up your data. Don't pick it up in the dumpster. It'll just be garbage.
It's like they have all these now AI databases for doctors, that you put in symptoms or whatever, and it'll search all that stuff in a few seconds and tell you what's going on. But if it's bad, you got a problem.
Well, I got a nephew, Bob, who's a doctor who uses Chat GPT all the time to check on medical information and diagnoses and stuff like that. And he says, and he's a smart guy, he says it's very accurate that what he's found so far. But it could get in there. Anybody could put stuff somewhere, and AI is going to pick it up. And we could talk about medicine, and that it'd be in there somewhere.
So yeah, it's like um, with those deals, I'm pretty sure it's got to be, whatever the data that goes in, it's got to be peer reviewed or whatever that the doctors do. So hopefully that's good stuff. But um, you
So
know,
here we are talking about it, and we can say uh, uh, cures for ear itching is gasoline or something like that, and yeah, probably would cure your itchy ears, but it's going to be somewhere and it'll be picked up by AI.
well, so that's the deal. If you sneak something in, you could have a big problem. Hopefully, they've got a way to, monitor what goes in the database.
I think there is a way to do that, but I mean, it's not perfect, can't be perfect. Uh, anyway, you said GIGO, and it reminded me of MEGO, MEGO.
Which is
I,
what.
well, I'll tell you what it is in a second. It's used to go to my editor at the newspaper and pitch stories to him, and he sometimes he'd respond like, "Yeah, go for it," and sometimes he'd say "MEGO," and MEGO means my eyes glaze over.
I love it.
which which is not a good sign for a newspaper story.
Not encouraging if you brought the idea.
Yeah, Amigo though you can use it anywhere. You'd be sitting at the table with a group of people talking, and you can just go. You don't have to say it, but my eyes are glazing over.
It's a good indicator.
Oh yeah, it's I hadn't thought about it. It's good in any kind of situation.
where yeah, where you want to just, you could send that message too. If you knew, if you told me now, I'd know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's true. Uh, and I don't know if it's a widely used term or not. I'd never heard it before. He told me about it.
I never heard of it.
No, and so it may not be really widely used.
So I wanted to just toss in that little tidbit I told you about that I saw in an interview with the Tappet brothers, who were on public radio for years. That did Car Talk was their show, and in the interview, the interviewer said, "Well, what do you think about all these four-wheel drive SUVs coming on the market and all this high-powered stuff?" And one of them said, and I don't know whether it was click or clack, said, "I think it's an indicator of testosterone poisoning." And I think that's a good description, where you see all these pickup trucks where you can't even see over the hood of it because it's 6 feet tall.
You can't even get in them. I don't know how people get in them. There must be a little ladder or something that comes out when you unlock it, because otherwise, I mean, unless you're 18 years old and you can jump 28 inches off the ground, you can't even get in.
Well, or you need the elderly accessory
Yeah,
stairs,
yeah, you carry around a little step stool,
something.
which kind of ruins the image, you know, of the. You got to have a gun rack in them too, and but you don't have to have a gun, but you have to have a rack.
A gun rack. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see if I can get one for our Subaru
Mm. Be
because,
per be perfect.
as you know, Subarus are love,
Yes, they are.
and nothing says love like a gun rack in the back of your Subaru.
Right. Well, on that high note, I think we could say goodbye for the day.
We can do that, and we can do. Oh, and we always forget to ask people to subscribe and share and like what we're doing. And I guess either nobody's seen that or nobody likes it. So
We're so likable. I don't understand that.
I don't either.
We're
But
extremely likable, even though we're old.
we say it like way too late in our
Yeah,
thing.
true. We need to say it up front.
So
Well,
anyway, I love you, my brother, and
we're
we'll
still learning. I love you, my brother. We'll do this again soon.
okay.
All
Bye.
right.